video, I'm going to show you how to take two radical expressions and either add them together or subtract them. Okay, take a look at this first example. We have square root of 9x plus square root of 36x. Now the main thing you need to know when you're adding or subtracting radicals is that the expression under the radical, so that number underneath the radical, it needs to be the same. Okay, kind of like how fractions need to have the same denominator, need to have common denominators. When we add and subtract radicals, they need to have common radicals. So how do we do that? Well, the only way to change a number that's inside the radical is to simplify that radical. It's to take, in this case, because it's a square root, it's to take the perfect squares out and simplify it that way. So if we take a look at this first one, and I started you off with a pretty easy one, 9 is a perfect square number. So we can take a square root of 9 and put the 3 on the outside, but we need to keep the x on the inside. Okay. Next, the square root of 36x is 6 square root of x. Now I did that kind of fast, so if you're not sure on how to simplify radicals, I've made a video just about how to simplify radicals and draw factor trees that you should check out before you watch this video. But let's continue. Now that you have matching radicals, the only thing you need to do to finish this problem is to add the numbers on the outside of the radical. Okay, pretty cool. So 3 plus 6 is 9. So 3 radical x plus 6 radical x is 9 radical x. And that's your answer to this first example. Okay, let's work another example. Take a look at this one. The numbers under the radical in the first expression is 5x, and then there's a 20x. If you take a look at the first radical, there's not a perfect number in 5 and x, and so we're kind of stuck here. We really can't do anything, so I'm just going to rewrite the exact same expression just down here on the next level. Okay. Now, if you look at 20x, there is a perfect square number within 20x because it has a 4. So if you simplify the radical of 20x, it's 4 times 5, and that 4 is a perfect square, which would give you pairs of 2's. And you already have a 3 on the outside, and so 3 times 2 is 6. And that leaves you with the square root of 5x. Now, since both of the expressions underneath the radical are the same, you just need to add the numbers on the outside. Negative 2 plus 6 is positive 4 radical 5x. So this answer is 4 square roots of 5x. Okay, take a look at this example. We're going to work through the same steps that we have the previous two problems, except when instead of adding those two outside numbers, we're going to subtract. So let's get started. To simplify the square root of 27k cubed, it has a 9 perfect square in there and a k squared. So we're going to put a 3k outside the radical, and actually inside the radical will be a 3k as well. The second expression there is already a minus 2 on the outside, and the only perfect square we can pull out is a k squared, and so this is going to be 2k radical 3k. A lot of k's. Okay. Only thing that's important right here is that these radicals are matching. Once they are matching, you can go ahead and perform the subtraction problem. 3k minus 2k is 1k, which really you can just write k, you don't need that coefficient of a 1, square roots of 3k. So for this example, your answer is k square roots of 3k. Your turn. I want you to pause the video and try to work through some of these addition and subtraction problems on your own.